guys, welcome back to the Stoney Ridge Farm Channel. It's a gorgeous day here on the farm, and today we've got projects with this little tractor. We're gonna walk you around that little tractor in just a second. First thing we've got to do, we've got to shuffle around some equipment. We've got to get the cows moved. It's calving season, and I think I've got a new calf today. So let's go check on the cows, see how they're doing. They look like they're doing good. I see them right there. And then we're gonna put this machine to work. This is called a Ventrac. If you don't know what a Ventrac is, don't roll your eyes. It's a little bitty tractor that does a lot of work. And it's an instrumental piece of our property maintenance here on the farm. So let's go have some fun with the cows. Stoney Ridge Farm. Woo! Who got sprayed by a skunk? Did you get sprayed by a skunk? You stink so bad. Oh, don't touch me. Oh, you stink. Oh, go get the possum. Get that possum. So my heart and mind tells me that I'm dedicated to my animals. So the first thing we've got to do, aside from petting Buddy, get that possum. Get him. There's a groundhog hole right over there, and Buddy's been hunting him. Get him, boy. Get him. That's Buddy the dog. And we're going to run up here. We've got 53 or 54 cows right now, and I think I've got a new baby on the ground, which dictates that I grab an ear tagging apparatus. Let me grab that real quick because it looks like we'll be ear tagging another new calf. That will make 5 or 6. This is my ear tagger. We use a YTEX ear tagger. This is farm days, guys, so if you don't like what really goes on a farm, I don't know what else to tell you. You're probably on the wrong channel. We'll go ahead and get this all ready to rock and roll. And that way when we walk up to the calf, we can go clink and put that in his ear. I don't know if we'll be able to get that on camera. We did it live yesterday. That was kind of fun. If you're not following the live stream channel, be sure you go over Cows and Coffee live stream and check us out. Typically, we'll go out here and work the cows every day. Well, 3 times a week on the live stream. Let's go tag an ear. You'll notice I've got things set up right here for servicing the Ventrac tractor. We'll probably service it after I use it today. I've got a calf on the ground, and I've got a mama cow with her back arched, which means she's potentially in labor. So I'm not sure if we've got a new calf down here we need to tag or if we got mom in labor. You see these girls patiently waiting. They know when it's moving time. It's moving time right now. All right, kids, let's go. Woo! Hey, bud. Hey, bud, how you doing, bud? Yeah, you got the high ground today. Come on. As they walk through, I'm looking, I'm assessing, I'm looking at udders, I'm looking at their butts, I'm looking at whether they are showing signs of labor, I'm looking at even their facial expressions. Once you learn your animals, you really learn a lot about their behavior and how to tell the signs and symptoms. So we got a mama that's potentially in labor. Her udders are distended. And she'll be the last one through, I'll bet you. I can see her out here. Her name is Sweetie. Sweetie's mama just had a baby yesterday, and we'll bring her through. You'll see them. Come on, kids. Come on. Go ahead through, kids. That means you too. Go through, Sweetie's mama. Okay. Everybody through. You through too. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. That calf was born yesterday, and she's a grandmother and a mother. Now, we've got a little bit of a confused calf here because that's the bull, and the bull seems to have buddied up with, with his offspring. Come on, girls and boys. Sometimes we got to get, there we go. So they can go under the fence and they're learning the fence. That's a little baby bull and a little baby heifer. This is a fence. This is a gate that I put back in place so that the cows can't go back to where they were yesterday. So they'll have access to this section of pasture for 24 hours and then move to the next section. That's why you don't see any mud here in the wintertime on the farm. So let's go get the Ventrac. Actually, we're going to shuffle around some equipment and then we'll get the Ventrac out. I got to do the equipment shuffle. I just made this parking lot right here so that I could keep my equipment organized. We're going to go ahead. I gotta move the skid steer out, put it in the correct place, move the little electric tractor out, put it in the correct place. And that way, when I get ready to back my trailers in, I've got the sawmill and the trailers, we'll back them right in here and everything's easily accessible. Awesome. Go pee, go pee. You stink so bad. Look out, buddy. Keeping things organized on the farm is super important to me. In fact, I just got a whiteboard to keep track of all my oil changes, because think about all of this equipment: batteries, tires, maintenance, oil changes, batteries, tires. There's just so much to keep track of, so hard to keep track of it in your head. I'm gonna show you guys how we organize all that in a future video. Let's go over here, grab the Ventrac, and I'm gonna check the oil in it real quick. I'm on the fence as to whether I'm gonna change the oil before or after I use it. It's supposed to have a rainy day tomorrow. Rainy days in the shop, perfect for doing maintenance. Oh, this is cool. This is called the Call Haul. I'll put a link down in the video description for you. This is a cell phone holder, and it'll hold this big old Pro Max in here for your tractor or any other piece of equipment. It's got a little tether. Oh, it goes around the back right there, keep it from flopping around. And you can see the screen inside of it. It's magnetic, so it sticks to anything metal. You don't have to worry about your phone bouncing around or getting debris all over it. I am gonna put a rubber seal around here, so it might be even watertight when I get done with it. Pretty cool. It's from the folks at Sawhaul. My buddy Kenny owns that company. There'll be a link down there for you. This is the Ventrac, and we'll check the oil in the Ventrac, and you guys tell me whether I should service it prior to running it. I assume this little Kubota diesel engine is going to have some black oil, very black oil. So first I'm going to open up the radiator here and make sure we've got coolant all the way to the top, and that we do. Just had a full service done on this, so I want to make sure everything is right. I say I just had a full service done. I'm not sure how many hours was on it when I did my full service. And I've had this thing since 2019. It's got about 400 and, well, how many hours does it have on it? 530 hours. Okay, let's show you. That's our dipstick, okay? Totally full, good to go there. It's been sitting in here for a couple weeks. This is the color of the oil though. Eee. Doesn't smell burnt at all. I feel like it's gonna be just fine. We'll go ahead and change the oil in this thing as soon as I get back. We only have about 5 hours of work to do with it today, and then I'll do a fresh, complete service and start my oil change maintenance reminders now. There's no better time than now to do this. We gotta switch implements here. Pull the brake, contact. Woohoo! Let's talk about this tractor so you guys know what it is. A lot of people see these things. You see them going down the road in the back of landscape trailers, and you wonder, what the heck, my farm's too big for that tractor. I get it all the time. Or I said, this thing's no good for anything. It's awesome. It is the most awesome mower I've ever owned, and it will do virtually anything. Tons of different attachments. Ventrac doesn't pay me to tell you this. This is an awesome and the most used machine on the farm. 530 hours, 1,000 hours on this prior to getting the Ventrac. Okay, this is the backhoe, the John Deere. The other two TYM tractors only have 250 and 110 hours. This machine gets used more than any machine on the farm, period, point blank, because it's about land and large property maintenance and farm maintenance. I'm not out feeding the cows with this thing. I'm maintaining my pastures, and I've got a very low footprint. So let's talk about the low impact and low footprint. Each one of these tires has around 6 to 8 PSI in them. I believe it's 6. I write it on each tire typically. Underneath the hood here, we have a Kubota, I think it's called a B series engine. We'll pop the hood real quick. You know, you've already seen it, but oh, there we go. I have not stored this machine indoors the whole time I've owned it, and I wish I would have. But this is a little Kubota engine. What is it called? It's a 24.8 horsepower JKBXL BX series engine in there. The engine is reversed, okay? Notice this. The muffler is in the front, the shaft here, and the fan is in the back. It has an ultra large radiator right here, and the maintenance for the radiator, basically you got to pull this thing out and shake it out. It's dirty right now. We'll take it and shake it out in the pasture where it can benefit. These tires are really awesome. These are the original tires on the machine since 2019. Again, 500 hours or so, 530 hours. Awesome little tractor. We opted for the weights in the back to help stabilize the machine. Going up and down hills, it'll go up super steep hills. It has a 2-inch receiver on the back, and I opted to get the 3-point hookup with dual hydraulic hookups in the rear so we can run all sorts of stuff. It does not have a rear PTO drive. This is called the Cool Tops canopy, and this canopy has a fan built into it. There's a little light switch under here, or a switch, and that blows down on you, keeping you clean and free of debris, because when you have a front mount mower, you're driving through the debris field. So when you're driving this way and you're mowing, you're driving through the dust and stuff that it creates. Very, very cool. Pop this guy right here. Everything looks good. Maintenance-wise, we've checked our oil. This is our hydraulic, or excuse me, this is our fuel filter. We do need to top off fuel. When we get done today, we'll make sure when we park this thing, it's totally full of fuel. This thing has 2 little rods that come out of the front end, and those catch each implement and allow you to use it. It's a belt-driven system, and you can see my belt is a little bit tattered right here. Each belt goes with each implement. We're gonna go down, and this is called the finish mower. It's a 72-inch finish mower. It's what I mow my yard primarily with because it saves so much time, but we need to go ahead and get the tough cut or the rough cut mower on this, and it'll take stuff as long as I can push it over. Now, Ventrac won't tell you this. If I can get on this machine and I can push it over, it will mow it with the tough cut. It will just, it'll just tear right into it. This thing is awesome. I honestly am considering getting another one that's a gas engine that has a little more horsepower. The torque from the diesel is awesome. The gas engine, I would love to compare the two. That's why. Let's go down and we'll hook up to another implement. We're gonna blow that out before we get started. How'd I get that skunk smell off? We're about a mile away from the house now. This is the disaster that we have, and it doesn't look that bad until we get in here a little bit. And this is a bunch of briars and brush and blackberries. These are all blackberries all through here. We're gonna walk through here. I've got to basically go underneath the fence. Boom, 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 all the way down to there. Then we'll go on the other side of the fence and we'll work our way boom, 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 and circle around through here. This is, again, it's just briars, okay? This is the stuff that the cows will not eat. That, our friends, is an elderberry, and we're gonna leave that elderberry as best we possibly can. So we'll trim out around an elderberry. All these bushes and briars and brush, they just need to go so that we can get some grass growing in here, because you can see it's not really working out too good for the grass. So all that brush right there, and again, I'm about 6'5", and this stuff's over my head, so it's no small feat. As we get down here a little bit further, there are some saplings in here. I don't see any more elderberries, but we're gonna push all the way against the woods right here. Believe it or not, with this Ventrac, it's gonna take me about 6 minutes to go all the way down through here, and it's gonna take me about 35 minutes to do all of that. That tough cut mower is just that good. I'm guessing 6 minutes here, and I'm gonna give you a time. It is currently 4 o'clock. I'm going to, and I'll show it to you, 4 p.m. I will just about bet you we'll be done by 5:15 over here getting all this stuff done. Now, another thing, Stoney Ridge Farm is known for its rocks, so we'll be tossing out some rocks as we walk through too. 10 rocks a day, every day. Cows will be over here on this side of the farm in 1 week. So we've got to get it prepped up, got to get it ready. They should not be in a briar patch. They should be in a place where they can eat. We'll be unrolling hay right through here. This is the worst section of pasture on this entire side of the farm. Let's toss the drone up and get busy. What you doing, dude? You getting a workout today, huh? Gosh, you stink so bad. Sit. Very good boy. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. so we are at 5:10 p.m. 5:10 p.m. So we started at 4, an hour and 10 minutes. Wipe this entire spot clean. If that don't impress you, nothing will impress you. Oh my goodness. Do you remember what this looked like, guys? Did you see that? Look at that. So we'll get a little before and after drone shot for you right now. Like I said, if that doesn't impress you, I don't know what will. Let's take a look at some of the saplings that this thing cut. Again, if I can get on top of it, I can cut it. This thing is awesome. It's not a forestry mulcher, so make no mistake, but I mean, look at this. Look how big that is. That's 2-inch stuff right there, maybe even more than 2 inches. That is a beast of a machine. I ain't here to sell you one. I don't care if you buy one, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna make your life easier on your property. Look at what this looked like before when we walked it, and now look at it. This is something I needed to address about 2 years ago. I neglected it. Any neglected area on your property can be cut by a Ventrac, in my humble opinion. I don't care how big this stuff is. There's only one tree that I thought was a little too big, and it's right over there. It was about that big around, and I just didn't want to risk cutting something about 4 inches. So guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the farm today. Please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you back here. We're just getting some work done. I've got to go around every bit of the perimeter of the entire farm and push back the forest, just like I did right here, because if we leave this alone, it's going to grow up and it's going to take our pastures back, and the pastures that are taken back don't grow beef. See you guys next time on the Stoney Ridge. Hit that like button. All right. Woo! Well, come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. It was so... Why do I have gum in my mouth? Without the gum. Alrighty. Alrighty then. Okay, alrighty.